Yo, what is up guys, it's Digimon for Game, and today I'm gonna go ahead and give Blue Hybrid one more shot with the Azulong package versus my friend James, and he will be piloting Commandramon with Dark Knightmon package. So he's gonna go first and Digivolve his Commandramon blocker onto his Raising. Then he's gonna go ahead and Digivolve into a Sealjamon, putting me at a 2. Now I start off with a Madoki Betamon, which is actually a good start. Then I throw it on the Bokumon, putting him to 1. I do hit the Tamer and the Hybrid, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the Davis and the Korikakumon. Now he's gonna go ahead and promote his Sealjamon. And so I'm thinking after his promotion, I was just thinking he was going to go ahead and just drop another rookie on the board. But he's actually going to go ahead and swing with his blocker, losing 2 memory to choke me to 1. But he does swing into a Beowulfmon, trading off. So I promote my Madoki Betamon. And because he has nothing on the board, it's fine for me to go ahead and play Davis so I don't get memory choked anymore. I do reveal 2 Beowulfmons, unfortunately. I'm going to go ahead and add one of them and bottom deck the other, so I only have one more to cycle with. He's going to Digivolve another Commandramon blocker into his Raising. Then decides to go ahead and drop another cost 4 blocker on the board, so that's already his 3rd Commandramon blocker. I'm going to go ahead and reset to 3. I Digivolve my Raising into a Syakumon. And then I'm thinking what I wanted to do next, but because he doesn't have a Memory Tamer, I'm going to go ahead and play my Matt Ishida on the board for a cost of 2. And so from here, I'm debating if I wanted to drop another rookie on the board, but I'm just going to go ahead and play the Howling Memory Boost. I mean, it's fine if I miss any sources. I get to stun the blocker from attacking next turn. He's going to go and promote his blocker from his Raising, and so he decides to go ahead and swing with his blocker Commandramon that's not stunned. He does hit into a Hammer Spark and it does put me to 0, and then from here he's going to go ahead and just play the Deadly Axemon, putting me to 4. He does hit the Dark Knightmon off the first top deck, but then he's going to go ahead and bottom deck everything else in the way he wants to. So I'm going to go ahead and promote my Syakumon. I start with 4. Unfortunately, I did miss on the Matt Ishida, so I'm actually supposed to be at 5, but it's okay, we both didn't catch that. So after Digivolving my Kumamon from the Matt Ishida, I was refunded back 2 memory, so I'm still at 4. Then I go into Korikakumon, putting me to 3. I realized I didn't pay for the memory yet, so I'm going to go ahead and drop myself to 3. Then go into Beowulfmon for 1 cost, so putting me to 2. I'm going to go ahead and start swinging in. I'm going to swing into his blocker. Going to go ahead and bounce the Kumamon, bouncing his Deadly Axemon. That way I can maintain tempo. And then from here, I'm just going to go ahead and play the Tommy. Although there's nothing to trash, it's definitely okay on my end just because of the fact that he's going to be at 1 memory. He only has that 1 blocker, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to swing with that blocker just yet. And so from here, after he Digivolves a Commandramon in his Raising, I'm thinking to myself I lose to an Ultimate Flare. And to my demise, he does actually play, putting me to 7. He's going to Digivolve my Beowulfmon and trashing all my play cost 3s. And the ruling for Tamers, the Tamers are not going to be trash. It's actually going to go back to the Tamer slot. So Matt Ishida is going to come back to my end, and I'm going to gain the additional memory, putting me to 8. I Digivolve in my Raising with the Syakumon. I'm going to promote my Tommy into Korikakumon, stunning his blocker. Then I'm going to go ahead and hard play the Strabi, putting me to 3. Top checking the 3, I'm going to add the Sorenjo and another Strabi. Then I'm going to go ahead and just play Sorenjo, putting him to 1. That way I can have extra memory during my turn. He's going to go ahead and promote and swing with his Commandramon. Commander effect is going to go ahead and kick in. He's going to top check with his Pokemon first. Then Commandramon is going to hit the 3rd card, which is another Commandramon on the board. That's actually a very good play on his end. Had he did the order of effects differently, he would have only resulted with 1 card, so just breaking even. So he's going to go ahead and slam down the Izzy, top 3 checking. It does whiff all black cards, but it doesn't matter anyway because Davis is going to reset me back to 3, and I'm going to gain the additional 3 memory due to Sorenjo and Matt. So I'm at 6 right now. I'm going to go and promote with my Syakumon. I'm going to swing with it first to get the draw effect. Then I'm going to go with Strabi, chipping off another damage. Then I'm going to go ahead and play another Strabi, putting me to 3. I'm going to top 3 check. I'm going to add the Kumamon and the Tommy to my hand. Then Digivolve into another Korikaku. That way I can go ahead and stun his blocker. I did want to swing with it at first, but I couldn't risk the chance of it dying in case if I hit something with more than 6 KDP. And so that's why I Digivolve first, and then I'm going to go ahead and attack so I can stun both. It does survive, so that's really good on my end actually. And then from here I'm going to go ahead and pop the boost, putting me to 4. Then I'm going to play the Tommy. It doesn't really matter if I didn't trash anything just because he doesn't have sources anyway. Then I'm going to go ahead and play another Sorenjo, prepping myself for next turn for game just because he's going to be at 3 anyway. And then from here, doesn't look like he can really do much actually. He has both Digimon stun. He won't be able to attack right now. He is going through his trash, so he may be able to go ahead and play Digimon, which he does. He's going to go ahead and pay the full cost and then refund 10 memory back. I don't have the Madoki Betamon, so I can't actually stop him from there. But he's only able to check 1, so that's actually perfectly fine with me. He's just reorganizing to see what order of cards he wants to draw into. And then from there, I thought he wanted to go ahead and swing into security, but he's actually going to swing into my Korikakumon to maintain tempo on the board. That way he doesn't die next turn. which is a good play. I mean, I would have made the same play too if I was in his position. And then so from here, debating what he wanted to do next, I mean, there's nothing much he can really do. I'm gonna start off with so much memory just because I have double Sora and Joe, I do have a Matt, and I do reset back to 3 with Davis. So I'm basically gonna be at 3, 5, 7, 8 memory to begin with. And so he decides to put me at 4 by playing the Deadly Axemon. He does whiff his cards. I'm going to gain the additional 2, 4, 5 memory, so I'm going to go ahead and start off with 9. I did evolve in my Raising with Siakumon so I can start cycling. And then I went ahead and just threw my Strawberry into security just to see if I can bail out his blocker. I mean, I have all the Tamers in my hand. I can just go into my hybrids for game just because I do have 9 memories to work with. He's just going through my chest to make sure if I don't have enough hybrids for game. But anyway, he's going to go ahead and block it, which is fine with me. I'm going to go and promote my Tommy. I'm going to go ahead and stun one of his Digimons. I'm going to go ahead and attack, check security, it does survive. Then I'm going to go ahead and go into a Kumamon on my mat, putting me to 5, which is still a lot of memory to work with. And then I'm going to go ahead and promote a Sorenjo into my Kumamon, and that's going to be it for game 1 as we head into game 2. So for game 2, James decided for me to go first, which is actually something that hybrids don't want to do. So I'm going to go and Digivolve my Siakumon in my Raising. Then I'm going to start off strong by playing Sora and Joe, putting him to 4. I decided to go ahead and just play that just because of the fact that he's going to hard play Digimons and they're not going to have any sources anyway. So I'm going to gain 2 additional memory and be at minimum 3 if they do put me to 1. He's going to go ahead and drop the Deadly Axemon. Then he's going to play the Takumi, putting me to 4. I promoted my Siakumon, then I hard dropped the Bokomon. Gonna go ahead and top 5 check. I'm gonna add the Beowulfmon and the Tommy to my hand, bottom decking everything else. And then from here, because I only have 1 memory to work with now, I could drop another Tamer, which I do. I drop down Tommy. It doesn't matter if I can't trash. I'm gonna be gaining additional memory next turn anyway. I just want Tamers on the board so I can go into my Digimons and start cycling. And then from here, it doesn't look like James has the best hand right now just because he did whiff a rookie. He doesn't have a Commandramon in his Raising right now, so that's pretty unfortunate. And so he decides to go ahead and swing with his Deadly Axemon, chipping off 1 damage. It's going to survive since Madoki Betamon is only 2k. Then he's going to go ahead and drop down another Deadly Axemon, top 5 checking. He's going to go ahead and add the Dark Knightmon on the 5th check actually, which is really crazy. I'm going to go ahead and start promoting my Tommy into a Kumamon. Unfortunately, I don't have Korikakumon, so I'm going to go into my Beowulfmon for the cost of 1. Bokomon's going to refund me 2 memory anyways. And then I'm going to go ahead and swing into his Digimon and bounce the other one, that way I can maintain tempo. I'm going to go ahead and put a Strabi in my Raising to start cycling again. And then from here, I do have 3 memories to work with. I was debating what I wanted to do next actually from here, but because my tempo is a huge advantage right now, I'm just going to go ahead and promote my Kumamon from the Sorenjo, and then I'm going to go ahead and play the Matashiro, putting him to 1 again. Man, that 2 cost drop is actually really helpful, so I recommend checking that out, guys. And then from here, there's nothing he can really do. He's going to have to hard drop again. I'm going to gain the additional memory, and yep, he goes into another Deadly Axemon, top 5 checking. He starts cycling. He's going to add the Dark Knightmon, and then from here, he does have the Takumi Aiba, so I am memory choked right now. So what I'm going to do first is Digivolve into my Beowulfmon, bounce back and check. Gonna go ahead and survive from that one. And so with Takumi on the board, I want to go ahead and start utilizing Bokomon's effect. I do want to play around Ultimate Flare, so that's why I Digivolved into my Kumamon first. Then I'm gonna go ahead and swing with my Beowulfmon, and then from here I'm gonna swing with my Strabi, losing 1 memory. It does hit into an Iron Fist, which is gonna clear off the Beowulfmons on the board, which actually doesn't help him on his end. I'm gonna swing with Siakumon, losing another memory, and then Siakumon's gonna go ahead and die. Then I'm gonna lose 1 more memory just because I'm gonna swing with Bokomon. If this is not an Ultimate Flare, I do win the game, but it does check a Digimon, and then that's pretty much it. Kumamon for game, guys. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Lobomon for game, signing out. Peace.